Hi, everyone. Hey, I want to talk to you about a few things, and I'm just going to get my tea, and then we will cruise on over to the living room and we'll chit chat for a little bit. I want to talk about friendship. Like my last video was all about friendship. Well, not all about it. At a crossroads with the friendship. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about how lifelong friends happen and what are the qualities between friends that can last a lifetime? So stick with me. Let's go over there. Join me as I dive into the secrets of lasting friendship. See if I can uncover what really keeps them strong after 60 years. I'm 61 years old, and I have some great friends that I've known since middle school and high school. But I want to talk about what keeps friendships like this strong. Welcome to Chatting with Kathy. I'm Kathy Brooks. Oh, hi. Okay, here we are. As we age, friendships become a cornerstone of our emotional well-being. They provide support, companionship, and a sense of belonging. But have you ever wondered what makes friendships last a lifetime? Even when you're well into your 60s. One of the biggest challenges in maintaining friendships as we get older is the inevitable changes that come with life. We move to different cities, or our jobs change, and we experience losses that can leave us feeling very isolated. I mean, think about it. When we're younger, we're often surrounded by people at school, at work, in our neighborhood, through our children. But as we age, those natural social networks, they can shrink. I know mine has. Relocation is a huge factor. When we move away from family and friends, it can be tough. And I'm going through that right now. I moved 2.5 hours away from my kids and my siblings to take care of my mom. And I bought a house 2.5 hours away. But I do feel really isolated and lonely. And I do miss where I used to live. And I do miss having my people close by. It has been a big struggle for me to figure out what to do at this point. So yeah, relocation, it's a huge factor when we move away from family and friends. It can be tough to maintain those relationships. You might not be able to just pop over for a cup of coffee or meet up for dinner like we used to do. And then there's the challenges of loss. As we age, we inevitably experience the loss of loved ones. And that can leave us feeling lonely, disconnected from others. I lost my brother in 2023. He's 2 years younger than me. And I feel that loss. He's somebody I would talk to, text, chat with, talk about my other siblings with. You know, we all kind of do that. And it's really weird. We have our group chat and he's not there. And I feel like he should be included still, even though he's somewhere up in heaven. So loss can be especially tough when a long-term partner or close friend or a sibling passes away. The grief can be overwhelming and it's hard to know how to move forward. But even in the midst of those challenges, some friendships do endure. So what is the secret to their success? Shared experiences are a huge part of it. When you've been through thick and thin with someone, you've got a bond that can't be broken easily. Think about it. When you share experiences with someone, you're creating memories that you'll always have in common. And that can be a powerful foundation for a lasting friendship. Communication is another key factor. When you talk openly, tea bag. When you talk openly and honestly with someone, you're more likely to work through the tough times and come out stronger on the other side. I have had friendships where we just drift away, and that might be happening in my life right now. I don't know, but it's not always easy. Of course, we all have our different communication styles, and sometimes we might not see eye to eye. My daughter says that I have anxious attachment, and my siblings have avoidant attachment. And I can see that. We can go over that another time, but it's really interesting if you look it up. My daughter's she has her master's in psychology. She's a marriage family therapist. I said, "You're not supposed to diagnose me." She goes, "It's not a diagnosis." I'm like, okay. So yeah, it's not always easy when we have different communication styles. And sometimes we might not see eye to eye often. But when you're willing to listen and be heard, that really can make the difference. Just listen and be heard. That is huge, especially in a friendship or any close relationship. Mutual support is also essential. When you're there for someone, they know they can count on you. And that creates a sense of trust and loyalty. And that's hard to find elsewhere. And it's not just about being there for the big moments, it's about showing up to the everyday moments too. It's huge. It's so important to us. I want to share with you a story that really illustrates the power of lasting friendships. I've heard from someone recently who met their best friend in kindergarten, and they're still super close to this day, even though they are both in their 70s. Now, that's incredible, right? They've been through wars, lost loved ones, and experienced life's ups and downs together. And their friendship, it's still going strong. And it's very impressive to me because I moved so much growing up. I don't have friends I have cousins, which I have one of those big fat Greek family, and I have cousins that are lifelong friends, best friends, but just a friend I met in school. My oldest friend that I'm very close to still, we met when we were 15 and 16. So that 70-year-old friendship, those people that met in kindergarten, so it means they've been friends for 65 years. Their story is a testament to the enduring power of friendship and that it's possible. They've had to work at it over the years. Of course, no relationship is perfect. And they've had their disagreements. I asked, have you guys ever fought? Yes. Have you had moments when you didn't speak? For a while, yes. But they've always found a way to come back to each other, to communicate openly and honestly, and to support each other through thick and thin. When you hear their story, it's clear that their friendship is a source of joy and strength in their life. And that's really something we can learn from. So what are the essential elements that make friendships last into the years? It's really about shared experiences, communication, and mutual support. Those are the building blocks of a strong and lasting friendship. If you're watching this and thinking about your own friendships, I'd love to hear from you. Leave comments below and tell me about your lifelong friendships or your friendships and how you keep them going after so many years. You can put those in the comments below. My name is Kathy Brooks. This is Chatting with Kathy. So glad you're here. Please stay safe and stay well, and I'll be back soon.